Hello friends and welcome to Penlam IAS, and today we'll be discussing UPSC current affair quiz of 23rd May 2020. So let's start. The first question is, which of the following is true about Khilafat non-cooperation movement? The first statement is, the plan of the movement was drawn and endorsed in the Nagpur session of 1920. The Calcutta session in which movement was approved to be launched was presided by Dadabhai Naoroji. The movement saw the wider representation than the civil disobedience movement. And fourth, Jinnah kept himself out of the movement. So the correct answer for this is option C, that is 1, 3 and 4 statement is correct. Now let's see the explanation. The Khilafat non-cooperation movement was started on August 1, 1920. Some of the reasons for the movement are hardships of World War I, Home Rule movement, Rowlatt Act and the Jallianwala Bagh incidents, the Khilafat movement in opposition to the breakdown of the rule of the Turkish Empire. At the Calcutta session of INC, that is Indian National Congress, in 1920, under the leadership of Lala Lajpat Rai, it was decided that the movement will be launched, and at Nagpur session of 1920, under the leadership of C. Vijaya Raghavacharya, the plan of the movement was endorsed. Under the movement, people were asked to resign from the government jobs, to wear khadi, to withdraw their children from the British schools, etc. The movement aimed to withdraw support from the government. Initially, it was a non-violent movement, but later it turned violent and ended with Chauri Chaura incident in 1922. The movement saw mass participation than that in the civil disobedience movement, as Muslims also participated, while in civil disobedience, people were not much hopeful about the earlier efforts of Indians failed to succeed at the expected level. Muhammad Jinnah did not participate in the movement. Therefore, the correct answer is option C. Let's see the next question. Which of the following is true about the beekeeping industry in India? First, under the beekeeping industry in India, honey is the major sector. India is the 8th largest honey producer in the world. The apiculture industry is largely underutilized in India. In India, beekeepers are not recognized as the farmers. You have to select the correct answer from the codes given below. And the correct answer for this is option A, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. All statements are true about the beekeeping industry in India. India is the 8th largest producer of honey in the world and is also a major exporter. But the apiculture or beekeeping industry as a whole has been largely underutilized in India, as it is concentrated on honey and wax products only. Its uses like agriculture input as pollinators is largely underutilized. To double the farmers' income and increase the potential of the industry, Vivek Debroy Committee has given some recommendations, like to recognize the products from this industry as agriculture input, to recognize the landless beekeeper as a farmer, to rename National Bee Board as the Honey and Pollinators Board under the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, to develop national and regional infrastructure for storage, processing and marketing of honey and other bee products, etc. Hence, the correct answer is option A. Next question. Which of the following is true about Umang app? It has been made targeting at providing various central government services only. Second, it is a multilingual app and currently provides services in Hindi and English only. Third, both statements are true. Fourth, none of these statements are true. So the correct answer for this is option D, that is none of these statements are true. Let's see the explanation. Umang app, also called the Unified Mobile Application for New Age Governance, has been developed by the National E-Governance Division under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Umang app is a multi-channel, multi-purpose, all-in-one, multilingual, that is 13 Indian languages platform that can provide various central and state government services at one place. There is access to over 623 services through 116 department, central and state government services over Android, iOS and Windows. Now, Indian Meteorological Department IMD will provide weather prediction through this Umang app. Therefore, it was in news. Hence, the correct answer for this is option D. Moving to the next question. Restricting the use of internet is a violation of fundamental rights according to Supreme Court judgment in the restriction on the internet in Jammu and Kashmir. Which of the following writs can be called in the court in the violation of this right? And the options are habeas corpus, quo warranto, mandamus and prohibition. So the correct answer for this is option C, that is mandamus. The right to access the internet or to express through internet is a fundamental right. If the services of the internet has been restricted, then the High Court or Supreme Court can issue the writ of mandamus asking the government or the public official or lower court to perform a particular public duty. Habeas corpus means to produce the body of, and under this the court can ask any public or private person to present a person held in confinement. Prohibition is issued when higher court prohibits the lower court or tribunal from exceeding its jurisdiction. Certiorari is issued by a higher court to a lower court or tribunal to transfer a case pending with the lower court to itself or squash the order given by any lower court or tribunal. Quo warranto means by what authority or warrant. It is issued by the court to inquire into the legality of a claim held by a person. Therefore, the correct answer for this is option C. Moving to the next question. It is a kharif crop in India and can be grown in black drain clay soil, alluvial soil and laterite soil. The crop requires 210 frost-free days with high temperature and modest rainfall. It is one of the major commercial crops in India. Identify the crop. So the options are sugarcane, cotton, jute and rice. So the correct answer for this is option B, that is cotton. Cotton is a kharif crop in India and can be grown in black drain clay soil, alluvial soil and red and laterite soil. The crop requires 210 frost-free days with a high temperature of 21 to 27 degrees centigrade and modest rainfall of 75 to 100 centimeters. It is one of the major commercial crops in India. Cotton is the only crop in India that is grown in a genetically modified way. In India, the crop is mainly grown in black soil, also called regur soil. Therefore, the correct answer for this is option B. Moving to the next question. Which of the following is true about contract farming? And the options are contract farming in India is included under the Model APMC Act 2017. Second, in India, the company has the right to reject the product if the quality standards have not been met. Third, both statements are true. And fourth, none of these statements is true. So the correct answer for this is option B, that is the company has the right to reject the product if the quality standards have not been met. Contract farming refers to a forward agreement based farming or production and supply of agriculture, produce, livestock, etc. The contract farming in India has been kept out of the APMC Act of 2017. Therefore, the first statement was wrong, but has been included in the Model Contract Farming Act of 2018. It is also regulated under the Indian Contract Act of 1872. Now let's see the features of Contract Farming Act of 2018. The Act considers the farmers the weak party and thus special provisions are there to safeguard their interest. However, it is to be noted that the Act is promotional and facilitative and not regulatory. In addition to contract farming, entire value chain services including pre-production, production and post-production have been included. Registering an agreement recording committee or an officer for the purpose at district, block, taluka level for online registration of sponsor and of the agreement provided. The produce has crop or livestock insurance cover. No permanent structure can be developed on farmers' land. No right, title or interest of the land shall vest in the sponsor. Promotion of farmer produce organization or farmer producer companies can mobilize small and marginal farmers and can be a contracting party if so authorized by the farmers. Ensuring buying of the entire pre-agreed quantity of one or more of agriculture produce, livestock or its product of contract farming producer as per contract. So quality standards need to be maintained as per the agreement. Contract farming facilitation group for promoting contract farming and services at the panchayat or village level. Accessible dispute settlement mechanism at the lowest level possible. Therefore, the correct answer is option B, that is only statement 2 was true. The next question is, which of the following statements is true? Overall, the government's liabilities as a percentage of GDP have been continuously increasing for the past 5 years. Second, absolute government's liabilities have been continuously increasing over the past 5 years. Third, both statements are true. And fourth, none of the statement is true. So the correct answer for this is option B, that is absolute government's liability have been continuously increasing over the past 5 years. According to the 9th edition of the status paper on the government debt, which has been released recently, the government debt as a percentage of GDP increased till 2017 and 18, but it decreased in 2018-19, which is very marginal, from 68.7% in 2017-18 to 68.6% in 2018 and 19. Therefore, the first statement was incorrect. However, the absolute government liabilities have been continuously increasing since the last 5 years. Therefore, the correct answer for this is option B. Moving to the next question. Which of the following statements is true? Venezuela is a Caribbean country. Second, it lies in the equatorial region. Third, it shares its land boundary with Colombia, Guyana, Suriname and Brazil. And fourth is all of the above. So the correct answer for this is option D, that is all statements are true with respect to Venezuela. Venezuela is a part of the Caribbean region and a South American country. It shares a land boundary with Colombia, Guyana, Suriname and Brazil. The country lies in the equatorial region. Recently, Venezuela has stated that it will safely escort Iran's oil tankers imported to Venezuela. You can see the location of Venezuela in map. It is located close to Caribbean Sea. Hence, D is the correct answer. So here we have covered the daily current affair quiz of 23rd May 2020. I hope this will be very helpful for all those who are preparing for civil services prelims examination. And if you like this video, please like it, share it as much as you can, and keep preparing with us. Subscribe to our channel Pendulum IAS and do not forget to press the bell icon to receive the notifications. Thank you so much.